What's up, Vikings? Viking here. And how are you today? as I drip my schnizzle. So, today's video is brought to you by the letter V. I must be just really slap happy, aka really tired. Anyways, what we're going to be talking about today, guys, is we're going to be talking about Grim Dawn. If you caught last night's show, we played a game called Grim Dawn. And I must say, completely blown out of the water by that game. If you like action RPG games, aka Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Dungeon Siege 1, Dungeon Siege 2. Whoop, can't see. Oh, almost into a tree. Fuck. Anyways, if you like action RPG games, and you've been in search for an action RPG game that doesn't suck. Now, let me get this straight, because I'm probably going to get people saying, oh my god, you're bad-mouthing Diablo 3. I am not bad-mouthing Diablo 3, but I will say this. Grim Dawn is better. Is better. I said it 3 times, it must be important, than Diablo 3. It is good. It is really good. So what is Grim Dawn? Well, Grim Dawn is again, it's an action RPG game set in an era of medieval. And you pick between a female or male character, and then pick a difficulty. So again, it's standard easy to hard mode for your difficulties. Now, where Grim Dawn is different than Diablo 3 is that let's just say Diablo 3, when you start the game, and there is a story in Grim Dawn. Let me start with that. When you start Diablo 3, or most other action RPG games, you get a quest and you have to follow a path and do it, right? Well, Grim Dawn is a little different. You get some quests to go do stuff. I won't spoil any of the story for you. So you get some quests to go do things. However, the difference between Diablo 3 and Grim Dawn is that you have the ability to go and do whatever you want. If you want to just go venture off and just start destroying everything, by all means, go do it. That's what makes the game really, really good, on top of a lot of other great things as well. So let's talk about the class system a little bit. So how the class system works is, again, you start out, you can pick a male or a female character, and then you pick a class. You hit the S key, boom, it brings up a class selection thing. Now this is done in game. You can pick between, I'm probably going to mess this up, but I'm going to try to remember all the classes. You can pick between Soldier, Demolitionist, Occultist, Nightblade, Shaman, and there's one more, Arcanist, sorry. So you can guess what those classes are by their names, obviously. Now, what makes the game's skill system really neat is that you start out at level 1, you get 3 skill points. You can use those skill points to either up your class's stats or give you some new abilities, or both, depending on how you use your skill points. The skills in the game are really pretty awesome as far as the class that I chose last night, which was the Demolitionist. So you go through and you complete, basically you get a set amount of stuff that you can pick from. In your first tier of skills that you can choose from, you get 3 skills to choose from. As you begin to level up in the game, and you apply those skill points to your character's, your class level, so to speak, or what they call the mastery system. Just get out of this guy's way here. So their class system is called Masteries, the Mastery System. As you begin to level up, you'll start to unlock more skills, or you can keep putting points into the skills that you already have obtained to make them stronger up to a point. There is a maximum on those skills. Now, once you reach level 10, here's another really cool thing. Once you reach level 10, you get to pick a second class. You can now multi-class at this point. The other really neat thing about that, you don't have to multi-class. You can pick one class if you want and dump all your skill points into that one class. Or you can do 2 classes and dump points into both and be a hybrid. It is, I mean, honestly, the selection of just everything that you can do as far as class goes, there's a lot. I mean, a lot of choices that you can make. So, I mean, you can think about all of the different things that you can do as far as class combination goes, and you can make a lot of different combinations in a lot of different ways that you want to play your character. So it really does tailor to however someone wants to play their character, or playstyle wise. Then they also have a component system which is comparable to, let's say, Diablo. Now I'm comparing Diablo 3 because there's a lot of elements, obviously, action RPGs, and Diablo 3 have in common, obviously. So, excuse me. You could compare the component system to runes and gems combined into one. You get these components. These components have different stats on them. And the more of these components that you collect, these components can be combined. These same like components can be combined to make a more powerful of the same component. And then these components can be put into things like shields, weapons, and armor. If you manage to get a component and get it to its maximum, which I want to say is like 4 or 5 stacks of the same item, the combination of that item can actually be done in your inventory by just clicking a button, and boom, it combines the item together. It combines that component together to make it stronger with itself. Once you get the maximum level of that component now has an additional skill ability that will be added to whatever you add. So if I take an item or a component and it has a shield slam ability, and I attach that component to a shield, that shield now has extra stats, extra bonuses, and has the ability to shield slam on top of that. So you can see there's just a huge assortment of customization however you want to build your character. The other really cool thing about Grim Dawn, there is no weapon limitation. So let's say you want to play, for example, I'm playing a Demolitionist. I decided as a Demolitionist I'm going to use a pistol and I'm going to use a shield. Yes, you can do that. Or let's say you want to play a warrior and you want to use, or a soldier, I'm sorry. You want to play a soldier and you want to use a bow or a crossbow. You can do that too. Really, the limitation of what you can do is just, it's huge. I mean, there is a lot you can do. So, On that, and my first impressions of the game, because we are getting up to the 10-minute mark here, is the game is absolutely amazing. Free roaming, lots of customization for your character's class and your abilities. The combat feels really, really solid, extremely smooth. There is no clunkiness. I mean, I have, out of every action RPG game that I've ever played, and I've played quite a few, I always have at least one complaint. But with Grim Dawn, I have not had a single complaint. Now, I do want to mention, what's the word I'm looking for here? As a side note, I have only played the game for 3 hours. Up to the point of the 3 hours, I can say that the game is absolutely fantastic. The boss fights, the mini boss fights, the elite mobs, regular mobs, farming, and farming I mean killing mobs, and the questing system, everything is absolutely fantastic. I do not have a single complaint about the game. Now, next week, after we play the game for about a week, I'll do another video and let you guys know if there's anything else that's changed or if I have any complaints about the game. But right now, the game is absolutely fantastic. Go to Steam. I'll put a link in the description. The game is on sale right now. It is early access, and it is an extremely well-polished game for early access. So I highly recommend go over there, pick it up. It is freaking fantastic. You guys will not regret it. It is a single-player game. However, it does have multiplayer. You can play with your friends and go bash mobs' skulls in if you wish to do it with your friends. So absolutely worth it. Fantastic, great game. Go pick it up. I recommend. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Take care, and we'll see you all tonight for some more Grim Dawn. Take care. Peace.